should mention my own books, of course. But unfortunately, that is not the case. There are many books that have either inspired me or affected me. It would really take a long time to enumerate them, and most of the time I won't even remember them, because I'm absolutely certain that they have made an impact on me in certain ways. But if you go to my own writing, it will be very hard to tell how that influence or that impact is seen in my own work. But which is not to deny even for a second that, as Coleridge said, you'd have to be a damn stone not to be influenced or be impacted by books. For instance, just to give an example of what I'm talking about, I'm very fond of Graham Greene. I think the world of him as an author, okay? But his writing is so different from mine. At the same time, at some point in time, I guess somebody will be able to discover that, hey, some residual thing is there, okay? You know I'm not going to answer that question. No. And again, styles also change, Those who look, so many of the authors who were so big in the 19th century, or even the 16th, when Shakespeare and the people were, they completely disappeared. Donne, the famous poet and writer of sermons, was completely off the map till T.S. Eliot revived him. And what a revival it was. And if you read some of it Donne, I mean, you know that why don't I shut up, Kiran? He's so good, okay? And this is one thing that Gore Vidal did. What Gore Vidal did was that he would, for instance, cover 9 pulp fiction stuff, okay? Dreadful stuff. And then he would write about it. Because that also has to be covered by serious authors occasionally. And then he would go to Somerset Maugham or people who had fallen off the way. Like Graham Greene has fallen off the way. So it takes someone of tremendous talent to revive interest in authors who we have been stupid to forget. That is intolerable, and someone has to do that job. And you could always add Kiran Nagarkar's name. Terrible author, terrible, don't ever read it. There are authors I keep going back to. There is an Italian author called Curzio Malaparte. And he's written a book called Caput. My God, the first time I didn't even have the courage to read. I read 15 or 20 pages and I don't like that. And then you discover, wow. So even with Graham Greene's End of the Affair, it is about an affair. It's an absolutely stunning book. Now that's a sensible question. Let me think about it and come back to you, okay? So, Terrible Days, something very humorous. Yeah. Graham Greene has a book called Travels with My Aunt. It's very funny. And anybody who's had a terrible day, I would really, really hug them and tell them that I hope to God things improve very rapidly. Yeah? That I would want to do. Anybody under the sun. Okay. Yeah, I would have many messages, but one of them certainly would be that we've been given brains, and if you've been given brains, kindly use them. I mean, I'm someone who uses the computer, and I'm told that I don't even use 0.0001 of it. But you don't have to follow my example, okay? How about using 99.999999999 of your brain? So don't accept anything and everything that authors write, especially third-rate books and pulp. If you demand something exceptional, it's a reflection on you. But you want something which is really fine. Otherwise, what's the problem here? There's so much kachra lying around. I'm already a comic character. Why do you want anybody else? I don't read comics. It's very unfortunate. And I know that this is a failing of mine, because one of my friends wrote a superb one. No, this one. I have to confess that's our problem.